Dealer Cruz here, your life applications officer. Wrote my notes down this time. I'm not going to hold you long. I'm not going to promise you that because I have to collaborate on these notes. So you might get, I might do some BP time. That's all right. I'm going to try not to hold you long because it's late. It's going on 12 o'clock here in Pittsburgh. And I'm up. Got me some caffeine because I don't like to just be sleeping around on my day off, But once I go to sleep tonight, it's over. Back to work tomorrow. I'm assuming that a lot of the people that come to my channel are Trump supporters. If you're not, I'm not going to tease you. I just watched 2 videos. One by Alan Parr. He did a good job talking about that. I thought he was going to sound like a quack, but he did a good job. I have a feeling he voted for Trump. And that's why he did that video. Because he was like really talking to people that voted for Trump as if not only did we win, he won. And he was saying don't brag and act crazy. And there was another guy I listened to, I forget who it was, that there's going to be a lot of chaos. His Parr's speech was, don't tease your opponents and throw it up in their face that we won. And the other guy's speech was, we're not there yet. And Trump is already trying to clean house, which he's doing it too fast. That's not too good. I disagree. But if he can clean house, clean house. But if you have to sign documents and listen to people and go to meetings, take your time. Okay? But if you can go and clean house, do it. Because it needs to be clean. Okay? The house was dirty. They left it a wreck. I agree. And what's sad about it is, if Kamala had won, my friends at my job that are Democrats would have thrown it up in my face. I told you that dumb A wasn't going to win. Okay, so how you like that now? So what you gonna do, Cruz? What you gonna do now? You gonna need to pray more, Cruz. You gonna really need to become a Christian, Cruz, because you know what? And they would have thrown it up in my face. But the good thing is, one thing about Trump winning, as well as if he had a loss, this is the thing about him losing. I'd have taken it better than the Democrats were taking him winning. Like, I'd have been like, and that's it. Darn. That's it. The word darn would have came out of my mouth and I'd have been like, I'd have said a word of prayer and that'd have been the end of it. Whereas people are freaking out over Trump winning. If Trump had a loss, I'd have been like, darn. And I'd have said a word of prayer and I'd have got on Facebook and prayed with all my friends that support Trump and all like that. We would have prayed for our country and that would have been it. That'd have been it. I wouldn't even talk about it on YouTube no more. I wouldn't go to work and say anything. People would have been coming up to me, hey, how you like the election results? I would have been like, shake your hand. Congratulations, buddy, your girl won. And that would have been it. Okay? Because I'm a born-again Christian. One girl freaking out thinking that we're trying to call Trump God. I didn't hear nobody say that. But I'm just saying, okay, it's kind of like the quarterback that everybody hates just scored the point. He just scored the last point and won the game. And everybody hates him. He might be gay. He might be a queer. He just won for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He just won. You think we care about him being gay? You think we care about the fact that he ain't a Christian? You think we care? He just won for us, for the team. That's the way I look at the lesser of two evils. Is, yeah, Trump ain't no Christian. He don't know the difference between a Presbyterian and a Mormon. Okay? He don't know the difference between black folks, okay, and the Black Caucus, okay, the Black Abyss, the hoodies. He don't know the difference. There is no such thing as a black community. When Trump gets up there and says, lets the words that come out of Democrats' mouth, like the word black community, come out of his mouth, he don't know black people. There is no black community. There's black people that are conservative, and there's stupid black people. There's black people that are living for the Lord, and there's black people that are in their sins. There's black people that live moral, clean lives, and there's black people that are thugs. Okay? And when it comes to the numbers, I'm going to lock my doors and stay in the house, because the numbers for blacks are just horrible. Nobody at one point takes us serious, and at another point they take us way too serious for their own protection and safety. Well, black dude walking in here, you looking around, looking the way he dressed. Let's go over there. Let's go outside in case something jump off in here. You don't know. And we don't care as black Americans, especially the ones that hate on Trump. And then you got like their parents and their grandparents defending them. Ain't you the guy that got out of prison and decided to live a better life? Ain't you the guy that went through like 3 divorces and decided that you'll never get divorced again? Ain't you the guy that went from being a non-Christian to being a Christian? Ain't you the guy that was out there smoking weed and other drugs and all like that and got yourself right with God, but you sitting here talking this black garbage? No. If God delivered you while you were black, he delivered you from some black BS. Stop defending those people. You are no longer with them. You came out of them. You came out of them. You are different now. You're a born again Christian. Your people are not black people. They're the people that worship God, whether they be white, black, Chinese, Indian, Arab, Asian, whatever. Spanish, okay? Your people are the people of God. They're not just black people. Sure, there's black issues and there's things where white people are still tripping. Okay, they still think, they still in their feelings about America being pro-white and only white. I understand that. But you got more black people than that. Okay? Who, wherever they tread their foot, they think they're supposed to change the culture. No, you're not. We're going to let the hillbillies be the hillbillies. We're going to let the country-fied bluegrass southern people be the country-fied bluegrass southern people. We're going to let the Confederate people be the Confederate people. We're going to let these, we're going to let these people enjoy their whiteness without us getting involved. As long as they don't bring that whiteness, okay, and try to put me 6 feet under, try to kill me to make to send a message, and kill my family to send a message. I don't care if they white. I don't care if they act white. I don't care if they smell like white people. I don't care. They're humans. Who's going to jump off the mountain? I ain't. And jump thousands of feet into the water. I'm not. Who's going to get on that bungee cord and jump? I'm not. Who's going to go out there and wrestle with the bear? I'm not. Your black butt ain't. Who's going to go out there and go swimming in a mud pit, or go and kiss their dog in the mouth, or kiss their dog in the butthole, or whatever stuff that humans do that A lot of humans don't. I mean, you're talking about a lot of YouTube missing if we take white culture away from white people. All them little doggy videos and little raccoon videos, monkey videos, and all like that are all about white people. Black folks, or African folks, I should say, in Africa, don't really play with the monkeys as fast as the white people that live in Africa. It's really weird, okay? Who's the richest people in Hawaii? What is Hawaii? What is Hawaii? What is left of Hawaii? What is Hawaii resting on? It's not resting on Hawaiians, even though it's named after them, and it should be like Africa. Africa is about Africans. Hawaii should be about the Hawaiians, even though Hawaii is the United States. But what is Hawaii resting on? It's resting on white people. I don't hate on white people. Hating on white people is like hating on mud, or hating on dirt, or hating on grass, or hating on, whiskey, or, you know what I'm saying, or hating on long hair, or hating on, hating on animals. I mean, it's just, leave these white people alone. Let them be white. I like them white. I don't want them to act black. I like them white. Keep some of that white stuff over there. But I don't want them acting black, okay? I like everybody to act like they act. I like Asian people to act like Asian people. I love Asian women to keep looking like one man slept with 100,000 million Asian women and all had daughters by one woman, okay? I love that exotic Asian look. Leave that alone. Like, leave the Asian people alone. Leave the races alone, everybody. All I ask is that when you come into my country, have some darn respect. Because when we go over to your country, what do we say when we go over to a foreign country? We say, oh, we better learn Chinese, or we better learn Japanese. We better learn a little bit of Swahili, or we better learn Jamaican language, or we better learn Arabic, okay? Because, and there's a guy over there we need to meet. His name is Ahmad, blah, 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 blah. We're going to meet with him. He's going to be our guy. He's going to show us around. He's going to teach us the culture. We're going to we're going to hang out with him for a week before we get into this by ourselves, because he's going to show us the culture and the people and the land, the islands, the sand, the desert. He's going to show us everything. And we learn the language, and we respect the culture. They said that these white people that are rich over in Hawaii, they make these videos on YouTube. Respect the culture. Respect the islanders. Don't come over here acting like you from the States. You got to respect the island. You got to respect the island culture. And this is part of America. Now, what bothers me is that the president, none of them went to Hawaii. I think Donald Trump went to Hawaii once when he ran the first time. And he might have been the only one that went to Hawaii. And it was a quiet rally, I think. So that's why he didn't go again. But I don't understand why the presidents don't go to Hawaii. They actually treat Hawaii like it's another country. But I really do believe, and in a way I'm glad, because you don't need that. Hawaii is conservative without being, they're voting over there Republican and Democrat, but they don't really make a big noise about it like we do over here. Like they, but I really, really, really know that there are some people in Hawaii that if the president did go over there, they would open up a can of worms it wouldn't matter whether it was the Republican president or the Democratic president. You go over there, you might open up a can of worms and cause things to go on in Hawaii when everything was peaceful. So if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Okay, leave it alone. I agree. But if you didn't vote for Trump, I hope you're not upset, because Trump is going to make America great again. And the videos that I see, I spent like the last 30 minutes before doing this video here. I spent the last 30 minutes putting these videos in my playlists that are all about, what's going on with Trump now that he's in office, and especially the ones about he's already cleaning house. He's not even had an inauguration yet. He's already cleaning house. He's not waiting. Okay? And I don't know if that's going to hang him a little bit or if that's going to help him. But I appreciate that Biden, he came out of hiding and told Trump, according to the news, they might be lying. They lie so much. It might be fake news. But he came out of hiding and told Trump, congratulations, would you like to sit down and talk about what's up next for the White House? Watch your back, Trump. Don't let him do like Nancy Pelosi did last time. Every meeting he had to sit there with Nancy Pelosi, and Nancy Pelosi protested everything that Trump ever tried to do, and everybody else in the room was like, let's give it a shot. If it don't work, we can always say, yeah, that was a bad idea. Not Pelosi. She had to keep on every single time she was allowed to be in a room with Trump. She protested, and she was the only one protesting. All the other Democrats and Republicans that are of her cabinet, okay, they just were like, he's the president, so we got to let him give it a shot. If he fails, then we can impeach him, or we can say, hey, that was a bad idea, whatever. Not Pelosi. She just, I'm glad I haven't heard about her lately. I don't think she's in the White House this time. I hope she's still not in Congress, or if she is in Congress, I hope she ain't in the White House. I haven't heard anything about Pelosi. Last thing I heard about Pelosi was that she was going to jail, and I'm pretty sure that was fake news, but I have not heard anything about the woman. I've been hearing about this woman like crazy up until the last, up until Trump started running again, until Trump, got out of prison, the mugshot thing got proven phony, and that she was involved in that, and he started, he went back to the campaign trail. She disappeared. Like Biden, she just disappeared. Okay, I don't know if she's dead or alive. Okay, let me know if you know something about that. You don't need to worry. Trump got your back. If you're a Democrat and you're watching this, my condolences, okay? You lost, but you losing is going to save your life. It's going to save your pocketbook. It's going to save your gas tank. It's going to save your Bible, your right to be a Christian, and all that. It's going to save you. You lost, and it saved you. Trust me, and that's the last thing I'm going to say. Those of you that lost, okay? It's okay. It's all going to work out for you. You're going to see. You're going to love. You're going to thank me later. You're going to thank Trump later. Okay. Those of you that won, shut up. Like Alan Parr said, shut up, quit bragging, because people are really emotional about this. You might get shot. That assassination, that fourth assassination attempt that was for the president that never happened might be you. Okay. Shut up, stop bragging, because you knew we was going to win. You knew that if we didn't win, they had to cheat. And that's what I was concerned about. People at work got mad at me because I said, man, the only way Trump is going to lose is if they cheat like they did last time. And they did. Republicans will get mad at me. They think Trump was off his rocker. But hey, I've never seen an election like these elections we've had since Trump. And I believe the reason why Barack Obama went another 4 years was because he knew Trump was in the lineup. He was trying to hold that back. Okay? They have an agenda. I'm going to say this in closing this section, part of it out. They have an agenda. It's not a Democratic Party. What used to be the Democratic Party is now a tool, a vehicle to get everybody ready to take America into a place where it's never been before. It was basically slavery, and it's basically communism and socialism. It's slavery. They're going to take you to a place where they don't care about what our neighborhoods look anymore. They don't care about who's here and who's not here. They don't care if this becomes like, what they did to England. All these brown-skinned people moved into England. And now England, there's people leaving England, and white folks leaving England and moving over to here to the United States, or moving to other parts of Europe, or moving up to other parts of the UK. Europe and the UK, and even some of these Asian nations like the Philippines, is what happens when we just let people come in and we don't. Europe will never be the same after that event that happened years ago when Brussels got blown up. They blew up the airport, and they let all them migrants in there from the Arab nations. They were in there raping women, tossing out newspapers like the newspaper boy. They was out there raping women like clockwork, just raping them all over a certain part of Europe. They was just every single day, daylight and nighttime. Women couldn't come out of their homes. They were raping them in broad daylight at the ATM machines and stuff. They showed videos where a dude had to take off two dudes that wanted his wife. And the bad thing about it, the woman that they were trying to rape was wearing a hijab. She was a white woman, or a European woman, whichever way you want to put it, but she was wearing a hijab. They still wanted to rape her. They didn't care what her religion was. They didn't, and this boy had to fight off two of them. And they got the video. They pulled the camera away when, the boy got knocked to the ground, and he was the other guy was going after the woman, and it's sad to watch. And that's coming to America when we allow them to do whatever they feel they need to do to bring us to this other plateau that we don't need. We don't need to be like the other nations. The other nations are coming here. The people that live here legally have come here because we're not like them. They're going to turn America into a place that's going to become a laughing stock. It's going to become like England. It's going to become like Morocco. It's going to become like certain parts of the Philippines, where now some of their cities, you can't, like foreigners can't, foreigners love to go to the Philippines. And I just heard this on this one video yesterday, that some of them cities that you can go into in the Philippines, this was an Asian nation. This is an Asian country. You can't go in there because some of it is like in apartheid, like what they were doing in Africa against, white people in Africa not too long ago. Some of it's Muslim, where like Muslims have taken over certain territories of the Philippines, and unless you swear to a certain oath, or you swear to a certain religion or something, or swear to a certain financial something, whatever, jump something, whatever, okay, you cannot go in there. They got them cities shut down with guns. And what is the Philippine government doing? How are they going to go up against China if China decides to take over the Philippines? How are they going to fight China? They can't even fight migrants in their own nation. And that's the kind of stuff that's about to happen to America. We keep getting these agenda people running in the White House. The answer is no. There's no such thing as, us calming down and becoming more a melting pot than what we already are. I'd rather say this is a white nation, white people run this nation, than to say that, anybody can run this nation. No, if black people don't know how to act, Arab people only got one thing on their mind, and that's take over every nation. Okay, and you got communist China, and you got Korea wanting to take over the entire world, and all this kind of stuff. Look, let white people be white people. Let white people be in charge. Okay. Yes, you took our ancestors as slaves, but we're safe as long as we stay white. Okay, I know that sounds crazy, but I'm not trying to melt this pot any more than it's melted. I'm glad it's melted enough for my black behind to be here. I'm glad it's melted enough for a lot of the immigrants that are here that are legal citizens. But what I'm not ready for is it to be like the Philippines, it to be like communist China, it to be like, what is it? I think it's South Korea that has to worry about North Korea. They're all Koreans. They're brothers and sisters. They're the same blood, but they got to, it don't make no sense. We don't want to be a bush like Africa, where we got like these little spaces in between the bushes that are like high class. But everything's a bush. And you want to brag about that one little place between two bushes. No, I want America to stay America. I want the capitalists to keep capitalizing and making jobs for people, building tall scrapers and building these cities and these, I still want our cities to be worth millions and millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Like, come on. And I know I'm only speaking to your thought pattern because when Trump steps out of office, all hell is coming back, because it's not about just Biden, it's not about just Kamala, it's not about just Obama. It's about an agenda. It's not about the Democratic Party, because there really isn't a real Democratic Party. There might have been a real Democratic Party about 20 years ago. Not now. That party, they agreed. You don't know this. Trump knows this. You don't. He ain't allowed to tell you that. He could be thrown in jail for real. He's not allowed to tell you that they sat down and they had meetings about this, and they do all the time. George Bush went to those meetings. Barack Obama went to those meetings. It's called meetings about the NWO, I'm sorry. And that's what this is all about. And other nations have already agreed. Yes, we want the NWO because they think that if America owes them, that's going to give their country more power and more beauty. And they're going to, and they've already been doing that, And they've been draining us. Donald Trump proved it when he ran the first time, that China and other Asian nations and Arab nations and that have been draining us of resources and money. And he said, no, we take care of our own, like they take care of their own. They're not letting us drain them. And then, okay, yeah, there's natural resources in these countries that we all want. But the thing about that is, those natural resources, they keep raising the price. Because, yes, I can understand. They want more for their country. But meanwhile, they want more for their country. They're enslaving their own people. They're abusing their own women. They're abusing their own children. They're starving their people, making slaves out of their own people, and creating wars that are just pointless. And then you wonder why Donald Trump calls them F-hole countries and stuff like that. You know, it's the stuff they do to their people. Which, I tell you, but that's what Kamala is building the runway for. She's building, her and Biden were building the runway for us to get treated like that. I'm telling you. That's enough of that. I'm going to do a part 2 of this. But the first thing is, good news in my notes. Now, that's enough talking about Trump. Let's go to my notes now. I done spent 20-some minutes talking about that. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to, because I talked about it in the last video. I figured I'd put it all together. But the good news is the MEV Bible, their update has finally happened. And I have my copy of the update coming in. If I didn't make a mistake. I have the right Bible. I have my copy of the update coming in. And it's I'm dancing in my shoes. I'm excited. The MEV Bible update is coming in. Also, I have a copy of the Net Bible coming in and an NASB coming in for my library. God has laid the NASB on my mind as another Bible that I want to read. There's a guy that I watched just before recording this video, starting to record this video. His channel name is The Bible Hour. You can look him up, The Bible Hour. He did a wonderful, it was about like a 1 hour video. I watched the whole thing and I couldn't exit out and say, okay, I heard enough, let me do my video. No, I had to watch the whole thing. What it was about was his reaction to the Mark Ward Haley, that the guy's name was Haley something, or Heffley. The debate, is the King James readable? Y'all saw that debate. If not, look it up. Is the King James readable? Mark Ward, James Heffley, was it? I forget what his first name was. But Mark Ward was doing really great with helping us understand why there should be an update to the King James and all like that. But then when he said, you should never give a King James to a child, that broke YouTube. Everybody's talking about it. And now today, I watched a video where Mark Ward said that he is done. And I know why he's done. Because he probably heard somebody put him in his place. You know, he probably heard the backlash of what he said. And how a lot of King James onlyists, as well as King James only people. See, there's King James onlyists and there's King James only people. Okay? King James onlyists ain't the only ones that only read the King James. There's some good, God-loving, King James educated people out there that know what they're reading, know what the heck they're talking about. Like this guy, whatever his name is, the last hour, he did a perfect video reacting to what Mark Ward said about the King James. that whole video, and he's not taking any sides. He said he don't know Mark Ward. He don't know Heffley either. He ain't never met either one of these guys. He's seen Mark Ward and he's watched his stuff on YouTube. That was his first time ever meeting Heffley, so it's not like a Baptist, Baptist people looking out for Baptists. He didn't even say what denomination he was, okay? He just knows his Bible. And what he said for an hour was worth the hour. It really was. The Hour Bible reaction, or the, what is it? Where is it? The Bible Hour is the name of his channel. Reaction to Mark Ward's Is the Bible Readable debate. Okay. I also listen to Scott Ingraham. Now, Scott Ingraham lately, within the course of this year, 2024, has been really softening up on the King James. And he's been agreeing with Mark Ward, except for the part about the King James is not readable. But him and Dwayne Green got together. And they did a beautiful, I think, 30-minute talk about why the New King James and how Mark Ward is wrong about some things as far as the King James, because the New King James proves him wrong, because the New King James has it right. There are no false friends. One of their videos, they did, Dwayne Green broke it down into 4 videos, and one of them's called There Are No False Friends in the New King James. And there are no false friends in the New King James. But lately, Ingraham has been, I don't know. These videos are older. So he's only been really supporting the idea of critical text readers and that for about a year or two, because all the videos that he has that are 3 years old and back are all about, the modern translations corrupting the Bible, and the King James is the best translation, and I agree with most of it. But he didn't start saying even that that it would be okay to read modern translations until just recently. So that's weird, okay? But I can understand how that happens at the same time. Again, there's a difference between KJV onlyist and King James only people. Okay? And I think I'm going to stop there. I already went through most of my notes. I'm just going to do the next one on my notes. Just the notes, period. I'm not going to say anything about Trump. I'm not going to say anything about the election. But this is part 2 of the election Bible. That's what I'm calling these videos. So there's going to be a part 2 and there's going to be a part 3. And I'll stop here because I want you to watch my videos. Okay, so I'll stop here. See you in the next one.